by these individuals. And they're your neighbors, they're your leaders, they're in positions of trust, they're within our churches, and we need to not just expose them, but we need to basically to prosecute these people. That's justice. Basically let them wear the tag of what they are, and let them basically suffer the consequences. I mean, in our society today, the crime of our society is that we don't prosecute criminals anymore. We coddle them. And it's because of the individuals that are in charge that are criminals. Criminals support criminals.
The sheriff that is involved in my daughter's case, and also that, Alicia Angelini, she was the procurator fiscal at the time of my daughter's, case came up in 2000. And there was another case came forward in 2001, and it was dismissed by the sheriff being out of time. Now, how can, abuse of a child be out of time, to get justice? It's absolutely ludicrous.
Well, the other thing I want to point out here is these people don't stop. They keep going. We have a call right now, so I'm going to go ahead and take that, okay?
Okay.
The sheriff. Hello, you're on the air.
Hi,
Hello,
I'm calling from Ireland. I'm listening to the Holly Greig interview.
Yes.
I'm outraged by what's going on. I myself rang Grampian Police around the 12th, 13th of February, and they denied they had him. I'm just trying to listen to it. But then,
turn your radio down, ma'am.
I'm on the radio. I'm outraged. I let know some of the English papers that are based here. I think the Irish papers picked them up. I am doing my bit this end.
Awesome.
But I feel like I'm on my own here in Ireland because really it's absolutely disgraceful. I'm really outraged that these people can go so high up and think they can get away with it.
Yeah.
Well,
so
I'm
picking up the Irish papers again.
So you're basically trying to get this into the Irish papers.
I'm here in the Republic of Ireland.
Okay, I'm sorry.
A few months ago, it was the Irish priests were exposed to be for what they were, a lot of pedophiles, and
they're good at that.
Hopefully we'll have the same results with
the Justice Department.
I will do my best to get a radio show onto it as well. All right.
Great.
Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, that was the lady from Ireland. That sounds like she's in full support of the cause here, and basically, to refer back, it took about 15 years of fighting in Ireland to get the church, the Roman Catholic Church, to really fully admit, and they admitted it, and some of the priests stepped forward only 2 months ago and apologized, and now the Irish people, of course, are outraged by it and have been for a long time. Now the church was exposed as to how awful and terribly corrupt and full of pedophilia as it was, and is now doing something about it. And what we want is the same thing. It was people pressure to happen to the Scottish legal system. Well, let me just explain a few things again to our listeners here, and I've done done my homework on this, okay? And Mr. Usher, and let me just explain something. If you go back and you study Socrates and Socratic communism, which is what he proposed, he wanted a world where there were no family relationships, literally where everyone was free to have sex with everybody else, literally their kids. This is why they forced him to drink hemlock, and why he was considered a corrupting influence on the youth of Athens, is because of his teaching, on sexuality. Now, this is one of the philosophies, and the reason I brought up the Illuminati before is this is what they worship, this is what they believe in, is Socratic communism. These people are, they study Greek philosophy, they're multi-generational,
they control the vast majority of the Earth's resources right now through the banking system. And the bottom line is this, is that they're 1% of the population, and the only way we can change this is by doing what we're doing right now. We need to expose them, right? And we need to make sure that your story is told, that we name names, and that you're protected.
Well, even in Europe, they're trying to lower the age of sex, right across Europe at the moment, in the European Union.
Yeah, because the thing is what...
Yeah, typical.
And here's the sad thing about it, is we're not, what they want is they want to be able to take our children and they use them the way that Holly was used, all of our children.
Yes.
And, we need to step out of our bubbles and realize that this is a direct...
And realize what is going on.
Yeah, what happened to you
and
could happen to anybody. Could happen to me. Could happen to anybody.
Yes.
And
that
probably, as you pointed out, there's probably, or as I pointed out, there's probably hundreds of victims from this same sex ring throughout Scotland.
Well, my daughter suffers from, post-traumatic stress because of this. She has panic attacks. For a while, she was actually self-harming, because of this. She got special from I had to flee Scotland, to get help and, come into England. And I did it through Women's Aid and the Downs Association, who helped Holly and I flee Scotland. And we came down to Shropshire, and in Shropshire, Holly has got, had special counselling, and our counsellor was absolutely excellent. And, she has given Holly mechanisms, when she feels a panic attack coming on, there's certain things that she has to do, to sort of try and alleviate it. Instead of harming herself, she puts her sort of pain down into paper. So she scores and scores and scores and scores onto, foolscap paper till it gets right into a black, sort of in the center, till she actually tears the paper. And then she takes another sheet, and sometimes she'll maybe do 4 or 5 foolscap before, this pain alleviates,
It's horrible. Let me ask you, could I ask you a question? I guess both of you.
Yes.
Would it be helpful, I can build websites. Would you want me to build a website about this? And we can basically, one of the things that I think would be useful for you is, what we need is you need some organized public protest here. You need people with signs standing out in front of City Hall. You need people with signs standing out in front of the British Parliament. Would you agree with that?
100%. Yes, that would be absolutely marvelous.
Would you want me
It'd be fantastic to have such a website in the United States. Absolutely. We've got 1 or 2 websites up and running in Britain on it, but it would be absolutely right on the button to have one in the United States.
Okay, well, I can build your site here in the U.S. and also, one of the things, if you'd like, we can use one of your existing sites. It doesn't matter. But the big thing I'm recommending here is that, I've been involved in, obviously I've had to fight injustice, which is why I'm here. I took on these guys in the United States and went through some of the similar experiences. They tried to kill me. They tried to destroy me financially. All the things that you're talking about, I've experienced myself, which is why I feel free to do this show. And
Holly and I have been intimidated as well. And someone actually shot at our window as well. So, all these things, we've had to sort of tolerate, to try and, get the story out.
Well, your best protection is publicity like this.
Yes.
And,
yes.
We're going to make sure that it only grows greater and you become a personal cause. So obviously, let's correspond through email, and whatever I can do to help you, I am committed to doing that. Now we've got about 10 minutes left. Oh, you're more than welcome. We've got about 9 minutes left. I'm going to give you the last 9 minutes of our program, and you can feel free to discuss anything else that you, either you or your attorney want to discuss. Okay?
Yeah. Okay. Well, another point that I would like to make is that, Holly successfully got money from the CICA, which is a government body, and at the moment, they're trying to sort of, yes, it's for, sort of being,
the victims of crime
was committed. Yeah, that is correct. But in one breath, some of these lawyers are saying that she's not a reliable witness. Well, why? If she's not a reliable witness, was she awarded £13,000 of government money?
Exactly.
None of it makes sense.
Well, that money that she was given,